23 women and children who were quarantined at the United College of Education in Bulawayo upon returning from Botswana were dumped along Harare Road by the social welfare officers on Thursday evening after they tested negative of COVID-19. The stranded women were rescued by Pastor Petsisai Semstole from the Crown of Glory Ministries, who took them to his home until the transport to ferry them to their respective destinations was organized. Speaking to Amakosigazi media, Pastor Petsisai said what happened to these women was inhuman considering the situation that the country is facing because of the COVID-19 pandemic. He added that rescuing these women was not going to be easy without the intervention of other organizations and individuals like Zenzele Ndebele, the director of site, who helped in transporting the women from Harare Road to the pastor's house, and Samgeli Sokumalo, the director of Wild, who ensured that women were well fed. The Minister of State, Honorable Judith Ncube, ensured that transport was provided to ferry women and children to their respective destinations.
And these women were coming from Botswana. Some of them had returned from Botswana on their own. Some were deported. And what then really touched me was the fact of an old lady who had also gone to Botswana to look for employment, or not really looking for employment. She was going to pick mopane worms, to make money. And she was unfortunately caught and retained. And it is sad when you looked at her and also hear what she was saying. She obviously expected to have come back with something, but she came back empty, and it was sad, very, very sad indeed. I really don't understand. But of course, the ladies had no kind words for the people from the social welfare. They didn't have kind words at all. But it's not right to do such a thing to women, particularly women. Women are very vulnerable. They are our mothers. They are our daughters. They are our sisters. We don't have to treat them this way. Leaving them at night, and in this environment where there are no buses, intra-city buses at the moment, how do you, in all honesty, leave people in the open at night and you expect them to find transport to go to their various destinations? Honestly, it's not right. And worse still, with children that are as young as 5 days and 5 weeks. There were 12 children amongst the ladies, and most of them, there was none of the children was above 5 years, I think. They were all very young, and you let them in the open like that.
Amakosigazi media also caught up with Reverend Hussein Sibanda, who confirmed that women who were going to Harare were taken home on Friday, whilst arrangements were still being made to transport those who were going to Nkai and Gokwe, and they were expected to leave on Saturday morning.
Women and small children cannot sleep out in the cold of the night. And having put them up, we then triggered us to bring in assistance that we could to help the pastor, because he had now 23 new people in his home, including children. And through Wild, which is the Wild director, Samo, they provided breakfast, and then we worked with our group to provide lunch, but also began a serious engagement from last night with the provincial administrator and through her to the Minister of State, raising the plight of these women and these children. And through God's grace, eventually the Minister of State stepped in, and this afternoon a Zupco bus was actually acquired, which has taken these people back to Harare. Some of them are going to Nkai and Gokwe, which is a different direction, and different arrangements are being made. But we're grateful that this could be solved and these people who were quarantined could go and join their families.
According to Pastor Petsisai, the COVID-19 pandemic has taken the world by storm and it has affected everyone. Hence, people should support each other during these hard times. However, the Social Welfare Department could not be reached for comments. Reporting for Amakosigazi Media, I'm Marvelous Matswimbo.